We are live. Welcome to episode 18 of the High Slot Podcast. I'm here today, as always, with the boys, Bob Deuce.
How are we?
Snipsky.
Yes, sir.
Our behind-the-scenes guy, Jay Butts. And myself, Andrew Coco Curry. What's going on, boys? Anything new with you dudes?
It's been a while. It seems like it's been like a year since we last recorded. It's good to be here again. Cover some playoff puck. And I got nothing else. How about you, Vinny?
Yeah, just living life. Catch our content over the weekend. Played a lot of golf, just chilling. Catching the games. Hasn't been, that exciting for the boys for the playoffs, but,
Yeah, I mean, still entertaining for sure. Looking forward to recap some of the playoff matchups with you guys. For those who didn't see, over the weekend, we had our first ever Suck Bag Invitational. It was me and Bob here versus Snipsky and Jay Butts. Unfortunately, it was an epic collapse for Bob and I. Up 2 with 3 holes to go. Choked the last 3 holes. It was all Snipsky, though. Butts didn't do shit, I'll tell you that. It was all Snipsky on the back 9. Legit carried the team.
But, that tequila shot on the turn really turned the match around for the boy.
After I chunked that tee shot on 17, I knew it was all over. I just knew. Because I was finished. I couldn't swing.
Was it 16 where it was the par 3? And
no,
you guys
17 was the par 3.
The 7. Yeah, oh my god. When I saw both you guys barely hit it off the tee, I was like, oh man, I was like, me and Butts might win this.
I mean, it was a long day. Hot as bag out there.
Beautiful course.
I told everyone, you got to be careful out there on a hot day like that.
It was cooking.
I didn't listen to my own advice. I was dehydrated. I was dead, but I was dragging ass by the end of the round.
At the end of the day, we are hockey players. We're not golfers. But you can't be blowing a 2-hole lead with 3 to go. That was tough. That was tough.
That's fucking embarrassing.
It was 2. You guys blew 2 on the front and then 2 on the back.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about it.
But we'll get you next time, though. There's going to be another one down the pipeline.
Oh, yeah.
Not to make excuses, about my 3rd round of the year, so...
I have no excuses.
Take that for what it is.
I've been golfing like a maniac. I have no excuses.
You shot 86 on Saturday.
I know. I shot the round of my life the day before. I got all my good swings out of the way. I fucked myself, but what are you going to do?
Yeah, we're just going to come back with a vengeance next time. Put you guys away early. Learned our lesson. For those of you that tuned in, thank you. We appreciate it. We definitely intend to have more golf content coming out this summer. It's going to be a long summer. A lot of golf. We're looking forward to getting out on some of the nice courses around here in the New England area. And yeah, just keep the content coming for you guys. If you guys liked it, let us know. We'll definitely keep it rolling. I mean, I feel like everyone enjoys watching other people suck at golf. So.
Oh, yeah. It's actually pretty fun to watch.
And we suck, so we won't have an issue with that, that's for sure.
Hence the suck bag.
Yeah, emphasis on the suck. Oh, yeah. So, other news, though, a little personal news. I moved recently, and in just one of the top 3 worst things of all time has to be moving.
Yeah, moving is the worst.
Dude, there's very few things worse than moving.
Oh, yeah.
Just packing up all your shit, lugging it around, lugging bureaus and dressers, mattresses. There's literally nothing worse.
Yeah, congratulations on the house, though.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, the spot's slowly but surely coming together. Still needs a lot of work, but, finally got to call a place home, so it's nice.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
It's nice not paying someone else's rent for once.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so, like you said, moving does stink. When I was in the military, I moved once every butts knows, once every 3 or 4 months, dude. I remember when I got out, I was like, I'm gonna move somewhere where I don't have to move at all, for years.
Yeah.
I was so done with it, dude. Moving is the absolute woe.
Yeah, I'm still living out of a suitcase, dude. It's brutal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I even got around to
I couldn't imagine in the military. I feel like you just gotta have your shit ready to go at any minute.
Oh, dude, it sucks. You move your whole you have to move your whole life every 6 months. Sometimes even less than that. It's terrible. Terrible.
That was my 3rd time moving within the year too. Moved to Arthur Street, had to move out of Arthur Street, and then finally moved into where I'm at now. Dude, I'm done. I'm staying put for a while now.
Yeah, get a house, you're going to be living there for 20, 40 years.
Gonna be chilling. But yeah, anything else you guys got? You guys want to dive into some playoff hockey talk?
Let's dive.
Yeah, let's
do it. We are here in the studio today, thanks to our producer, HedgeBetter Technologies. The HedgeBetter sports betting platform is a revolutionary concept that creates a competitive advantage for every party involved in the sports betting process. They're putting the odds in your hands, cutting out the middleman, and empowering a future generation of sports bettors. The sports betting platform is coming soon in 2023, but if you want to get early access, be sure to go check them out over at www.hedgebetter.com. That's www.hedgebetter.com. Before we recap some of the second round NHL playoffs, let's dive into some NHL news from the past week. So in a surprising announcement on Friday, Dallas Stars coach Rick Bowness announced that he is stepping down as head coach of the team. Are you boys as surprised as I am by this move?
Yeah, I don't know what's good. I guess he stepped down on his own power. It wasn't a firing. So
yeah, he had a year left on his contract.
Yeah, that I don't know what's good. They have Jake Ottinger, promising goaltender, obviously played unbelievable in the playoffs, and that team has some good promise, good future ahead of it. So I don't know what his whole mindset was. Maybe he wants to go for another job. I'm not too sure.
There's a few vacancies out there right now. We'll talk about that in a bit. But Snipsky, what do you think of Bowness stepping down?
Bowness, he's a good coach. I just don't think Dallas snuck in to the playoffs.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
They were definitely didn't play to their potential, I don't think, during the regular season. I saw there was a bunch of instances I saw where Bowness was rip shit on the bench, in between periods, after periods. I think he took one of the players' sticks and smashed it off the back of the boards one game. So I think he was just probably frustrated and couldn't get the best out of him. So he probably thought it was best for him to probably walk away. Plus, hey, there's Vegas over there. They don't have a coach, and they're fully loaded. Just no goalie. They had good goaltending over in Dallas too. Yeah. Now they got Wedgwood on the back.
Not bad. Ottinger, the way he played in the playoffs, you gotta think he's the goaltender of the future. But I was shocked when I heard this news. He took over as the coach of the Stars in December in 2019 and then led that team to a Stanley Cup Finals the same year. Pretty successful season this year, I'd say. Yeah, they snuck in wild card 2, was it?
Yeah.
And then they almost upset the Flames. That would have been a huge upset. They pushed them to the brink for 7 games. I just didn't see this coming at all. He's coached 639 games with Winnipeg, Boston, which I didn't know he was former coach of the Bruins.
I think that was late. It had to be in the 90s.
Yeah, he's been coaching for 20, 30 years.
Early 2000. I didn't really know that either, but it had to be very short stint.
It was. He wasn't the coach for that long.
Was he before Claude?
Yeah, way before.
Yeah, I want to say it's the maybe late 90s.
Okay.
Because I don't really remember it either. We must have been pretty young.
Yeah, I was still in the Colonel's nutsack for that one.
maybe. Yeah. Because I think Harry Sinden, he was the GM for 30-something years. I think he fired Bowness. And I don't think we were alive when he was coaching, but
we're still
when he was the GM. Yeah, probably.
I'll tell you this much. I know Rick Bowness is going to miss those tatas in Dallas, though.
Oh, how can you not?
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I stepped away and went chasing those titties.
Jesus.
But he's a tenured coach, 639 games with Winnipeg, Boston, Ottawa, the Islanders, and Phoenix. He's 67 years old, so the only thing I'm thinking is he just stepping away from the game entirely at 67 years old?
Maybe it didn't say he was. So.
Yeah, maybe he had a talk with the wife and just said, maybe it's time for me to hang him up. If not, though, there's 5 vacancies out there currently for teams who need a head coach, and that's Dallas now, Winnipeg, which I guess you could see him united with Winnipeg, Philly, Detroit, and Vegas. So, I some spots out there for Rick to go if he continues
Philly.
Coaching.
I would not touch Philly with a 10-foot pole. But I'm pretty sure Trotz is probably going to Winnipeg, so that's probably...
Yeah, I have... I know I just look at the bonus right here when he coached the Bruins. 91-92 season.
That's it, 1 year?
Yeah, so... Yeah, I don't think he was there very long.
Yeah, I was a little twinkle in the Colonel's eye.
Yeah.
At that,
it says just after 1 season with the Bruins, bonus was not brought back.
To leave a team like Dallas, who's pretty well built off for the future, the only team that I could see him going to that has a better chance of winning is Vegas. Yeah. Detroit, they're still rebuild, and they might be decent next year. Philly's a dumpster fire. Jets are all right. I don't know. If I was him, I don't see why he'll leave Dallas. I'm pretty shook by this move.
Yeah, I was so shocked when I saw that, but you never know. Like you said, it might be some family issues, might be health reasons or something. You never know.
You said he coached for Winnipeg, right? Bonus. Yeah. Hey, Winnipeg's open, I guess.
That's Trotzy territory.
Yeah, I guess. That
So-
would be a good spot.
Speaking of head coach and vacancies, it has been reported that John Tortorella has interviewed for head coach of the Philadelphia Flyers. Torts has been a studio analyst for ESPN after parting ways with the Blue Jackets last May after 6 years with the team. Do you guys think we're going to see a Torts return behind the bench?
Yeah, I can see it because Philly needs a complete like boot camp style like turnaround, and that guy is the guy for the job, in my opinion. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's over at the City of Brotherly Love.
Yeah, he's definitely like hard ass. Like Torts is a good coach, but he can't be coaching like real like talented players because he's just gonna like piss them all off, and then they're gonna be like, get him out of here. So yeah, Philly's a start because it's all young guys you can mold into probably two-way good players, you know, and it's a young team, so they'll listen to him.
All I know is I'd be shitting my pants if I'm on the Philadelphia Flyers right now, dude. The chance of Torts coming in and just absolutely ripping them a new one, flipping this team upside down. The way he coaches, they're gonna be in for one. Bag skate like the whole first week of practice. He just puts the bucket in center ice.
Yeah.
It's like, good luck, boys.
If you need to throw up in that, dude. I heard some hilarious story, and it was like. He was when he was coaching the Blue Jackets, and he goes, "You're struggling, or whatever," like to everyone that like sucks.
Just going down the line.
Yeah, going down the line, and I guess like there was one guy that he didn't say it to, and the guy's like, "Oh, I might be playing pretty well. Let's go." And he goes, "Wait, did I miss you? Oh boy, you're fucking struggling." So, like, imagine like
it's probably line A.
Yeah, it was like complete.
Yeah, right.
He plays complete like mental warfare with players. I couldn't even imagine, dude.
Yeah, dude. If I'm on the Flyers and they sign Torts, I'm like, dude, can't even enjoy my summer now. You know what I mean? Like, I got to be like conditioned in all summer, ready to go, because Torts is gonna have them, like you said, going through boot camp. But Bob, I agree. Maybe this is what Philly needs. I mean, this would be their 7th coach in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
They need a well-established coach who's been successful in this league. Torts, 2-time Jack Adams winner, former Stanley Cup champ. I mean, not saying Philly's going to be playoff contender next year. No chance. No. But if you need a guy who's going to come in, straighten out this team, straighten out this organization, I think Torts is your guy.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it only makes sense. I don't see any other like coach going to Philly. Other than
I don't know why anyone would want to go to Philly.
Yeah, but Totorella's fucked in the head. He definitely.
It's a challenge for him. He's like, you know what? Like, I'll take this bunch of suck bags and mold them into a winning team.
Bob, you said Claude Giroux is going to try to sign back with Philly.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I was going to say not a chance.
Well, man, the thing is, he might sign like a 1-day contract when he retires, but there's no way he's going to go and play for Tortorella.
Oh, Torts is there? Yeah, lose my number.
I saw something today. Giroux low-key chirped Philly. He said they asked him like if he's going to return to Florida next year, and he said, like after 15 years with a different organization who all they cared about was like sales and ticket sales. He's like, it's finally nice to be in a team that cares about winning.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right.
Yeah, low key chirp to Philly.
Damn.
It's Philly.
That's your captain for like 10 years, Philly. How you feeling?
Spit in their face. Like, thanks for nothing.
Yeah, that's not even like at the players or anything. It's just the GM up front office.
Yeah.
Claude Giroux literally told Philly, give your balls a tug.
Philly's never won shit since like when? The 70s? 80s?
Yeah, when did they make that run? 2015?
No. The last time they went to the Stanley Cup final was against the Blackhawks, 2010.
2010.
The Patty Kane OT.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Yeah.
Snuck it in.
Yeah.
On the side.
Okay. Is that when he was selling when he won and no one knew what happened? Yeah. They were all like, "Oh, it went in," and then they all started selling like 10 minutes later.
Yeah. Ever since then, Philly's organization has been down the toilet. Thanks, Patty.
I think it'd be great for the league, though, for Torts to be back behind the bench somewhere. I mean, he's a great entertainment. He's a good coach.
He's a good coach. It's just like he can't coach. You don't get a star player.
Yeah.
Because he'll just bench him because he's just like, he just like tries to make a statement like that. Like he benched Line. Yeah, he like Line is out there gliding around looking to score.
Him and Dubois had mad beef too.
Yeah, Line in the high slot gliding around, and then he's just like, can't do that. Sit down. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to be like their golden boy, bro. Dude, that's like the same thing. You said like that's going to be their 7th coach in 10 years, dude. They've gone through like 30 goalies.
Yeah, they have no stability between the pipes, no stability as a head coach. Like, that's why that team has sucked for the past, 5-6 years.
Their forward and D core hasn't been terrible. Yeah, it's just their goalies. They just can't find the goalie that they need to be successful.
I think they have like that kid. What's his name? The goalie there for the Flyers.
Carter Hart.
Yeah, Carter Hart. I think he's good. They just can't get like a guy behind him to help him out.
Yeah, he definitely
he plays
he's
a
been
lot.
left out to dry, but he's a head case, I think. Like, he's letting some like softies. Like
He's been like, I think he's
hit or
recorded.
miss.
I think he's recorded like 2 straight seasons like under 900 save percentage. I think
Yikes.
he's probably 889, 890 or
Yeah,
something.
he's
Yeah,
probably
it's
playing like
not
80%
good.
of their games though. Like you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, they always have some like fossil backing him up.
Yeah,
I forget
that
who
sucks.
it was this year.
Yeah, no,
it's like
It's
It-
nobody
Brian
notable.
Elliott.
No, Brian
No,
Elliott's
he's on the
Lightning.
Lightning,
Yeah.
It's probably like Jake Allen or something.
Someone brutal. All right, why don't we move in some local Bruins talk?
Oh dear God.
So, Bruins president Cam Neely announced that they're not ready to commit to Bruce Cassidy being behind the bench in Beantown next year. Neely said, and quote, "I think we have to look at making some changes as far as how we play and the way we do things. I think Bruce is a fantastic coach. He's brought a lot of success to this organization, but we'll see where this goes." What's your thoughts on Neely's statement?
Vinny, you can go first.
It's a disgrace to blame Bruce Cassidy for anything that has happened with the team. He led, the team, pretty much the same team to the Cup a couple years ago with, you never improve the team going forward. Like, the team's good. It could be a lot better. Like, the drafting, that's what it comes down to, Don Sweeney. The personnel. You don't blame the head coach. I know this league. You blame the coach. But the personnel, you're not going to get away with 2015. I don't care if that was your first year as GM. It's still under your watch. And then you got what, like 7 years after that? You can't pick your nose. Like, literally cannot pick his nose. And he's going to, I'm going to blame the coach. They don't like him. And I heard Bergeron has not seeing eye to eye with him. So I need Bergeron to come back. And then I'm going to call Krejci, and he's over in the check. It's an absolute disgrace, like, to go after these guys, like, that are, like, 30, mid-30s, and just say, we want you back. No, it's not it. It's not the move. And I'm pissed about it.
Yeah, I agree with Vinny. Like, the one thing that like kind of irks me too is the Bergeron like quote being like, "Oh yeah, like we're not seeing eye to eye. He's calling too many people out in the locker room. What, you need fucking safe space to play hockey?" You know how many times I've been like wanted like to punch my coach in the face, but he got the best out of me for that. Dude, like, no, that's not how this is gonna be ran. Bruce Cassidy is a Jack Adams winner for a fucking reason. Like he wins games. Like, he's never had a bad season. Ever since he's been the Bruins coach, we've gone to the Stanley Cup final. We've made playoffs. If anything, Don Sweeney needs to pack his shit. And I don't know why Cam Neely's even extending him. Bro, like the 2015 draft, like Vinny said, you're not gonna get away with that. No one's ever gonna forget that 2015 draft where you could have picked Matt Barzal, fucking Thomas Chabot. Oh no.
Sebastian
Aho. No, what's his draft to Brusque? Guy's an absolute bust. And he's good for like he goes on one good streak. Everyone thinks he's back, and then he disappears in the playoffs.
Where was he?
So I don't know what the hell we're doing as a Bruins organization right now. Like, it's getting so out of hand to like where I might not even be a Bruins fan anymore. It's getting to that point.
Yeah, it's frustrating for sure. I mean, the Bruins have one of the most incompetent front offices in the league. It's really what it comes down to. I mean, and I think getting rid of Bruce Cassidy, clearly they're looking for a scapegoat for whatever reason, and it looks like it's going to be Bruce, unfortunately. But if they get rid of Bruce Cassidy, I think that's the nail in the coffin for this team. I think the window slams shut if you get rid of Bruce Cassidy. And, who are you going to bring in?
I know.
And at this point, like, who are you going to bring in to, like, shake things up? Like, your core guys are aging. They're on the back nine. You got a few good years left in them. So I don't think bringing in someone else who, has to now, come in with a new system, have the guys learn. I don't think that's the right move at all. Bruce has done nothing wrong. Since taking over as coach in 2017, Bruce Cassidy has gone 245 wins, 108 losses, and 46 overtime losses in the regular season. The playoff success hasn't quite been there, 36 and 37, but that really just goes how to show how tough it is to win in the playoffs in this league. Winning the Stanley Cup is the hardest trophy in sports, arguably, and it's not something that teams, just get handed to. The Bruins have had some good runs, but I think you can't just throw it all on Bruce and blame him.
Yeah, because it's like it's the front office that needs to structure the team. It's not really him. It's over Bruce's like pay grade for him to go get guys and set up the team for success, so like make a playoff run. That's all on Don Sweeney and Cam Neely. So if anything, he's doing as much as he can with what he's got. So I don't know.
And for those who are saying like the players don't like playing for Bruce or whatever, like I've never heard a bad thing about this guy. Until whatever a week ago.
I heard I forget who the heck the guy was, but he used to play for Bruce Cassidy on the Caps, and he was on Spit and Chicklets, and he said that Bruce Cassidy was a piece of shit head to toe. But like, hey, like he's definitely like a hard coach to play. Like he's a hard coach, which what you need, I think. But also to go back to the personnel stuff, like the contracts that we like sign guys to, like Don Sweeney's made, like Hampus Lindholm, yeah, lock him up, fine. McAvoy, lock him up, but we got like guys on the third line that are locked up. It's like for years. Like you got. I mean, Coyle. He's a good player. He's locked up like he's a first, second line center, and he's on the third line. He's getting like almost 8 a year, and it's like you got like 4 more years of that. Good player, but he's overpaid, and you're gonna have him for so long. And then you got like Grizzly, Carlo. All those guys are like locked in for like 2-3 more years, and it's like these guys aren't good enough to be just like hanging around like it's a country club.
Yeah, what about all these guys that we let walk that are now succeeding? Frank Vetrano, and Lindgren.
Yeah.
Torrey Krug.
Oh,
I'd love Torrey Krug.
Where are these guys? Like, where's the blame on that? Like, letting these guys walk and then keeping some of these scrubs who aren't even producing.
I remember when Torrey Krug got let go. I was like beside myself when that happened. I was like, why would we ever get rid of Torrey Krug? And like, there was like a bunch of Boston fans that I'm not going to name, obviously, but they were like, dude, I think it's a great move. Like, he just wanted so much money, dude. It's like, dude, he deserves it. Like, he's making as much money as he wanted for the Bees, like on the Blues, and look at what the Blues are at right now. I know they're down 3-1 in the series, but they're advancing in the playoffs.
I think he's hurt.
Yeah,
I saw him on the ninth floor.
Yeah, but he's having success. So
that's such a kick in the nuts that he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the Blues. They just beat us in the cup. See you later, swing dog.
Yeah. Yeah, he pretty much just gave everyone the middle finger in the Boston front office because we wouldn't pay him. We wouldn't pay him extra money.
Yeah, like the whole Neely and the whole Neely and Sweeney, like, oh, we're good friends. We used to play together. Bullshit has to fucking stop. Like, you gotta make a good decision on who's running. I don't care if you guys played together in the early '90s, lost a cup together, whatever. It's not the right thing to do. You get the right person for the job. That's it.
Yeah, and Bruce isn't the problem. The problem is defense is weak. You lack depth up front. That's the real problems. I mean, Bruce isn't the one out there scoring goals, and blocking shots and breaking pucks out. Power play was dog shit all playoffs. Where's the blame on that? You can't win with the type of numbers we had, especially on the power play in the playoffs. Guys in that locker room need to step up and take some accountability. It can't just all be on Bruce. And the Bruins are in trouble. I've said it before. We have no first-round pick this year. Our farm system, our prospect pool is one of the worst in the league.
It's dog shit.
The rebuild is coming sooner than later for the Bruins, unfortunately. We've had a good run for the past 10, 11, 12 years, but the rebuild is coming.
It's unwarranted, though. It's just that our front office is out to lunch. Like, if Don Sweeney just knew how to, like, draft and just had hockey knowledge,
and not draft Trent Frederick in the first round.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We wouldn't be in this position. We'd still have a window would be open maybe 5 more years.
You can't draft like dog shit for 6 years in a row and expect the team to, flourish, in the future. Like that's not how it works.
It's a fucking joke.
It's like Don Sweeney, not Bill Belichick. You don't got leverage like that. You know what I mean? You shouldn't, at least.
It's just brutal. And what do you think Bruce stays? Is there any chance?
I don't think he stays. It's just gonna be like Cam Neely, like tapping, rubbing Don Sweeney in the back. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. And he's like, you know what? Like I'll fire Bruce for you.
I already heard there was like when they bring up the 2015 draft at Neely, he's just like, oh, that's not on Don. It was like a group effort that year. Well,
then Cam Neely should be gone.
Cut the shit. Cut the shit.
If it was a group effort, then Don Sweeney and Cam Neely should be out the door.
They want to be more instead of a grinding team next year. They want to be a dump and chase, and then they go, "Oh yeah, Bruce is a great coach." Once I heard that, I was like, "They're firing him," because once you start saying nice things about someone, you're about to like, yeah, you're all done.
They're being
like,
way too wishy-washy about this. He's going to be gone, unfortunately.
it's bullshit because it's like he's going to go and probably win a cup with like Vegas or like some other team. You know what I mean? It's bullshit.
Yeah, it's just what it comes down to is no one in the front office wants to take accountability for, the poor choices made in this team in the past, and now it's coming to haunt us.
Yeah.
Horrible leadership. Like part of good leadership is being able to like own up to your mistakes, and they're just not owning up to it.
It goes beyond the front offices, like the ownership. Our ownership's dog shit too.
Yeah,
like,
the Jacobs family.
They like, I guess they're run like the Jacobs that owns like the dad. He's out. He doesn't like run the team anymore. It's his kids. There's like 8 of them, and they all run it.
Oh, that's gonna work.
Yeah, and they're just like all like the Jacobs own the team for like 40, 50 years, and they don't fire the GM. The only way they fire the GM is if they don't make the playoffs. They want that playoff money. And, like, if they're content. It's bullshit.
8 spoiled kids run the team. I'm sure that's going to work out.
Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians.
It's too hard to replace GM in the front office. Just don't fire the coach. We can get another one of those. Like, it's ridiculous.
I feel like the same thing kind of happened with Claude Julien. Like, that guy didn't do anything wrong either, and then they just freaking canned him, too.
He just didn't. He just told the forwards not to score any goals.
Yeah, pretty much. It was straight defense. We never like we won every game like 2-1, 2-0. There was like no goals. It was kind of. I mean, like that's how you win. I mean, it's a way to win. You know, it's not the best recipe.
But the thing is, with Claude, he'd like sit like talented guys that could score. He'd be like, "Oh, if you're not hitting a guy and like dumping the puck into the zone and forechecking, but if you're gliding around the high slot, you're benched." You know what I mean? It's like one of those. It's like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, it just starts from the top and it trickles down and. Unfortunately, I don't think it's a great time to be a Bruins fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, especially when Bergeron's gone. Sheesh.
Yeah, a lot of question marks this offseason for the Bruins.
I hope that they fire Bruce just for Bergeron, and Bergeron says, I don't care, and just doesn't come back.
And then there's talks if Bergie leaves that they're going to trade Marchand, too.
He's the only one with, like, real value on that team. That's the thing. Because he's the only best all-around guy on the team other than Bergeron. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a complete rebuild coming.
I would hate to watch, but I would hate to play against Marshy, like if or watch him play against us.
Yeah,
that'd suck. But I don't know. He doesn't want to leave. I saw somebody tweet at him said, "Oh, that same take," and then I guess he responded. He goes, "That's a tough take." So he might have a no move. I think he might have a no movement clause.
He definitely has one.
Yeah, so he might be like, "Yeah, I don't want to leave," and then they can't do anything. So
a lot of rumors swirling. Krejci and Pastrnak playing pretty good together.
He might be recruiting, but that's sad. If that's the case, if that's what we're doing, like that shouldn't be what we're doing. If we're recruiting a 36-year-old,
yeah, which is call Tuca and like, hey, you sure about their retirement? We could use you in the locker room. We'll sign you for $8 million. You know what I mean? Like Don's like, we'll just get the band back together, you know? Dude, do some beers in the block room. Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised.
Like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here as the Boston Bruins organization? Like, it's so ridiculous, dude. Like Vinny says, like, it's like a membership, dude. It's like you got a membership at fucking Presidents and you're just like, you just shot 18. You shot 18. You're like, hey, buddy, how'd you shoot today? He's all, not too good. I'm a little older now. You know, I don't got it like I used to. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
We'll see it tomorrow, you know? Yeah. Bring your game tomorrow, no problem.
Fucking insane, dude.
They're probably sending Don Sweeney's probably sending smiley faces to Krejci right now. It's like, come back, please.
You up?
Yeah, you up text, yeah.
You text him, you up?
You up with a smiley
like,
face.
dude, blocking this guy's number.
Yeah, right?
He's like, there's a reason why I left this fucking
he
team.
adds him on Snapchat, follows him on Instagram. He's like, yo, what is good with this guy?
Blocked.
Yeah.
I think our only saving grace is if Fabian Lysell ends up being the next Wayne Gretzky.
I know, dude.
Some crazy.
We need Connor McDavid. We need a Connor McDavid.
That's the comparisons I'm hearing because he skates like McDavid.
Wouldn't he already be in the league though? If he's that good,
I think
Don Sweeney doesn't know anything. Dude.
I think they're like kind of burying him because they're like waiting to see. If I were them, I would have friggin' put that kid in the third line.
For the playoffs.
Yeah, put him on the third line. That's what I said on prior pods. Like what's. Before the playoffs started, I was like, where's Fabian Lysell? We need to score goals. Screw DeBrusque. This kid's probably better than him. You know?
Oh, dude, anyone can be better. Dude, anyone can be better than DeBrusque.
Like I said, we were talking about the video that I saw on Fabian Lysell when he threw the stick. Dude, we need that. We need that fucking shit. Yeah, we need a nutcase. Like, DeBrusque, dude, he's soft as puppy shit. Like our whole team is pretty much, other than like a few guys. But like they're soft.
Yeah.
We need a hothead.
tough.
And a Russian. We need a Russian. Only good teams win.
We need
You need a Russian.
Like the
we
Tampa Bay
need
Lightning.
one.
You need a dirty
Look at
Russian
the Tampa
rat.
Bay Lightning. All
Every good team has one. We need one.
right, speaking of Tampa Bay, why don't we get into an update on the second round of the NHL playoffs? So in what was supposed to be the Battle of Florida ended up being the Massacre of Florida as the Lightning swept the Panthers 4-0. But how's your nipples, kid?
I'm gonna try to go after this pod to get them done, but if not, they will be done by the end of the week.
Yeah, no one can see it right now because the cameras are on us, but he's actually putting Vaseline on his nipples right now.
Yeah.
He's
Getting lubed up.
Shave my chest and everything. This is
He's got the ice cubes rubbing on his nips right now.
Jeez. So for those who haven't tuned in lately, Butts, before the playoffs started, bet that he'd get his nipples pierced if the Florida Panthers didn't at least go to the Stanley Cup Finals. What happened? They got swept in the second round.
yeah, like
not good.
we've been calling them frauds all year. We called it. They had a hell of a season, won the President's Trophy and everything, but like there's a curse to that. Like there's really been no one really won with the
The
President's
President
Trophy.
Trophy curse is legit.
Yeah, it's real. No one's ever won with it, but
I think since 2004, right?
Yeah,
Detroit?
it's been a while, and
Or
yeah,
2009. Man.
no, it was around 2004 maybe.
The lockout year.
Yeah, it was lockout year. Yeah, so it didn't really count.
Yeah.
It was a lockout year.
Yeah.
Like, there hasn't been a full season. Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying, like, I think a couple pods ago, like, we were talking about the Panthers and if they're a fraud. They played nobody and they're letting up goals left and right, like 4 or 5 goals a game. Still winning, though. But it's like, can't win that way.
I saw it come. They were beating like the Ducks, like 4-3 in
Yeah.
like overtime after
Yeah.
being down like 3-0. It's like, all right, that's impressive, but like the Ducks are one of the worst teams in the league. Like that shit's not gonna fly in the playoffs. We've been saying it. So we'll keep you posted. We're gonna keep Butts true to his bet. He'll have the nips pierced. Might be having it done live. So be on the lookout on social media. But yeah, the Panthers, they didn't show up. They scored 3 goals the entire series,
Yeah.
and they scored the most goals in like the salary cap era in a
Yeah.
single season. And they go out and scored 3 goals. Yeah, like Vasi was on his head.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
But-
more credit to Vasilevsky.
It was definitely
I think,
partly due to the Panthers playing like dog shit all series. You do have to give credit to Andrei Vasilevsky. I mean, he's etching himself as one of the greatest playoff goaltenders of all time.
Yeah, when it comes to clinching games and like clinching a series, like let's say like every fourth, like if it was game 4, game 6, game 7, he has like a goals against of 1.3.
I got the stats right here. So in his last 7 series clinching games, so with the potential to end the series, in the last 7 of those games, he's allowed 1 goal on 200 shots against, 0.14 goals allowed average, 0.995 save percentage, and 6 shutouts.
That's literally just that's gross. Like if that guy, like if he just keeps on doing that in the playoffs, dude, he's gonna be like a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. He already is with those numbers.
Yeah, like, I grew up as a goalie. I looked up to Brodeur, Watt. Kids nowadays, they're looking up to him. Like they
Yeah.
want to be him.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a kid that's a backup goalie for my team, like the 2011 team. He wears 88 for
Oh, yeah,
Vasilevsky.
Vasi, yeah.
Like kids look up to that
He's
guy.
really etching himself as one of the greatest playoff goaltenders of all time, if not one of like the best goaltenders of all time. And there's people out there who are like, oh, whoa, not yet. I'm like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean not
Yeah,
yet?
people like pump the brakes. It's like, dude, he's won back-to-back Stanley Cups. Coco just literally just read off like the most head-spinning fucking stat in my entire life. It's like, how are they? He's not.
Hasn't lost back-to-back games either. He's like 17-0
Yeah.
off a loss. And he's joined 4 other goaltenders who have more wins in their first 90 playoff games. And he joined the company of Grant Fuhr, Kenny Dryden, Billy Smith, and Jock Plant.
And those are the goats of like
Yeah, like-
of like goalies. Like every single generation, those are the goats of every generation. And he might even just be the goat if he keeps on doing what he's fucking doing.
I mean,
Like,
those guys also were playing against like fucking carpenters, and you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know what I mean. Like the talent that Vasi's going up against is like top notch. Like
Yeah.
the guys that are playing nowadays, obviously the game has evolved a shit ton, but like I mean, no discredit to those legends, but like, come on, like what
Yeah.
Vasi's doing is out of this world, and you'll never see this ever again. Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta appreciate greatness, and it's happening right in front of our own eyes.
Shesterkin can kind of give him a run for his money, maybe like when his career progresses. But right now, Vasi is the man.
Yeah, I mean, the way Shersky's been playing against the Canes, It's kind of like the same thing. I saw a stat. He's only allowed like 3 goals in the last 100 shots or something like that, too. Like something crazy.
Yeah, he's on fire.
But Vasilevsky's a stone cold killer.
Killer.
Like you want like the perfect goalie. You look at like the height, the way he gets down in his butterfly, his reaction. It's just no one's as good as him, and it's just like far apart. Like that, Shersky's like the next up. If he can like pull this win out of the series win out of his ass against the Canes, that's huge. Like the Canes are such a good team, and if Shersky can get to the Eastern Conference Finals, that's one hell of a goalie matchup.
That would be unbelievable.
Like
I mean, 1-0, like triple overtime.
Like Shersky's been stole that game the other night too. I'm pretty they played well in front of him, but playing in front of those guys must be like a dream, dude. Like they're so good, and like you just don't have to really worry. Like he's gonna make this save, he's gonna make that save, rebound, get it out, and like it's just. You know what it is like playing in front of a really good goaltender. You can take chances. You can
pinch up the wall.
Yeah, you can pinch because say if it's a 2-on-1, he's gonna have his guy or it's unbelievable.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a boost of confidence. I said it last pod. I think it's like, dude, you can just see it in Vasi's eyes.
Yeah,
like his eyes, he's got those like crystal blue eyes, and they're just like wide open. He's just locked in. Like I imagine like the scene from The Hangover where Alan he's like doing like the numbers, and they're all just like flying.
Oh yeah,
I feel like that's what like Vasi sees. He's just out there, and like numbers are just like in front of him. He's like tracking the puck with like a laser or something. Like it's nuts, dude. The guy is a freak.
I like that.
He's out of his mind.
Welcome to Caesar's Palace. Does Caesar really live here?
But no, like, dude, Vasi's just a freak of nature. We've never seen anyone like him before.
Who's it? Like, he could be the best Russian goaltender of all time. He could be if like he keeps on this pace. Like 2 cups. Who else like has 2 cups as a goaltender that's playing right now? There's Fleury and Quickie, and then
but they're on the back nine.
Yeah, no, but like the 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's won 10 straight playoff series. They've won 10 in a row.
When did he
Tampa
get drafted? Vasi. He's young. He could be playing for another 10, 15.
He might be like 27, 28
yeah, he's
or
like,
something.
Yeah, like late 20s, I think.
He was probably playing for Putin's team, and then for like a couple of years because Putin probably put the block on the NHL. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go over to the Lightning," and Putin's like, "No, not yet. 2 more years."
He's probably one of those sick Russians playing in the K, and then like finally it just like decides like, yeah, I'll take a shot at the NHL. Like,
we'll that's what Kaprizov did. Kaprizov got drafted like when he was 19, didn't come over till he was like 24.
Yeah, he's 27 years old, born 94.
Jeez.
Yeah, then Kirill's like, "Oh, I can run the state? Very nice."
Yeah.
Minnesota isn't that great of a state though.
Hockey state.
Yeah.
What's impressive too about the Lightning sweeping the Panthers? They did all this without Braden Point, arguably their best forward, one of their best forwards at least. Well, they're their best playoff performer.
Yeah, when I saw Braden Point got hurt, I was like, all right, it's gonna be at least a gentleman's sweep. You know what I mean? Because I thought maybe like not having Braden Point on any of the special teams was gonna bite him in the ass because he plays PK and power play. And whatever. That's why he's hurt because he just goes balls to the wall. He's like works hard, works his dick off, and puts the puck in the net. But like the Panthers were nowhere to be found. Like where was Barkov? Where's Huberdeau?
Barkov.
Like
Ghost.
That dude Mackenzie Weegar. I used to be big on him, but like what the hell kind of series was that?
And that kid Verhaeghe, he had a huge first round.
Yeah,
he had 12 points in 6 games,
and then nothing.
Yeah, and then Bobrovsky was their best player. He's the only reason why they gave him a chance.
Can't even blame Bobby.
He brought it. That 4th game, they scored 2 goals, but like he was making saves left and right.
That game was crazy,
taking away scoring chances from the Lightning. Like, and there was a couple called back, which when he paddled like that sick face off that guy made.
That was a no goal.
No, but like I can see he probably didn't try to move it with his
hand
glove, but it like just nicked it probably a little bit. But that was a snipe.
Yeah, but like, dude, the first goal shouldn't have been disallowed. Like, it was kind of crazy.
Was it off the netting?
There was no evidence, dude. All right, so like, I was watching with my dad. I was like, if they called this back, I'm literally gonna be shocked.
I mean, that happened to us a couple years ago.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like, if this gets called back, I'm gonna be shocked. Gets called back, right? And I go on Twitter, I see all these people's takes, blah blah blah. One person goes, "Well, in Canada, we got the better view." I'm like, "Oh, did you, buddy? Oh, did you?" Yeah,
Wait,
I bet you it was some random guy like on Twitter.
Why are they giving out different views in different countries?
Exactly.
What is that?
It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? You got the better view. or whatever. And then like they're like, yeah, in America, like in the States, like where you guys are watching, they didn't give you like the better view. I'm like, that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Or whatever. I'm like, bro, this thing you can't even tell if the thing hit the netting.
Yo, that's like the Canadian way of saying I know hockey better than you or something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You're from the United States. I'm from Canada. I saw what actually happened. It's like, no, you just think you're better than me.
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie, when I heard the point injury news, like going into the series, it did worry me a bit. I still went with Tampa because they're Tampa Bay, and like it literally this series just showed like why they're back-to-back Stanley Cup champs and could potentially three-peat. Like
They're so deep.
everyone on that team just buys in. Blocking shots, everyone from first line to fourth line bought in, grinding, like getting in the corners, chipping pucks out. Like they just every single player just does the same shit. You know what I mean? Like doesn't matter skill level. It's like you got Stamkos out there blocking shots. You got some fourth line scrub out there blocking shots. Like so everyone's in the corners, everyone's battling. Like they like just hats off to John Cooper because that guy's a hell of a fucking coach.
Yeah, they're so heavy. Like no, they're balanced, but like their first two lines are so good and so solid that like their third line, they don't even have to have a nasty third line. When they lost Blake Coleman, I was like, oh man, they're not going to be that good this year.
Yanni Gord.
And Yanni Gord.
They're big
But
pieces.
but back to the point thing, like I said to you, Bob, I wasn't that worried, right? When I was talking about Braden Point, I was like, they're still gonna win, like they're because like how nasty they are. Like Kucherov, like he's more effective on the power play, I think, than any part of the game, like Braden Point, because he's the like Berge in the bumper, you got Point in the bumper.
Yeah.
And like they literally everyone like it's crazy how like how many points he gets on the power play and how many goals, because like you got Kucherov on the power play, you got Stamkos, but they look for Braden Point like bumping, like just swinging for the fences and scoring every time. He's just got a nose for the net. I love him. People shout out to Wam. They think I look like Braden Point. If I had a beard, like maybe you see the difference. But like, hey, enough about me.
Yeah, but the thing is, like the Nick Paul and Brandon Hagel additions were literally like,
Nick Paul.
If they didn't pick up those two guys in that trade deadline and Point was out, they probably wouldn't have been in the position they are right now, because Nick Paul and Brandon Hagel, like you said, Coco, all those guys buy in. Those guys, like Brandon Hagel is probably one of the best forwards in the Blackhawks this year.
Yeah.
Comes in, has a completely different role, is playing like third, fourth line minutes, comes in and just like grinds,
that
block
guy's
shots.
so fast.
And then Nick Paul was like a second line guy for the Senators, comes in, again, takes a lesser role, just miss a game 7 first round and then just bullies people. And, like,
not gonna lie, I was like, who the fuck is Nick Paul? This is Jake and Logan Paul's brother?
Yeah,
like, who is this guy?
It's their half brother.
And then just guys like Ross Colton, like Sorelli's a bigger name.
I love Sorelli.
But like McDonough blocked like over 100 shots that series.
Ryan McDonough.
Love that guy.
Ryan McDonough is literally one of my most favorite defensemen in the league. I take him in fantasy every year just because he's a block machine. Like he eats pucks for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude.
And then like Victor Hedman, that guy could easily be a Norris winner every year.
Oh.
Like, that guy's a moose.
Hedman's an animal.
I think he's the best stay at home in the league.
Yeah,
like the most dependable.
Sergachev's dirty too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They got so many good fucking. Bogosian's like their worst guy, and he's still not that bad.
Oh, he's a plug.
No, no, he's not that bad.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, no, he's definitely the worst guy. He's probably their 6th defenseman, but like on any other team, he's like top 3 defenseman.
He was, I think he was in the AHL, and then they like on another team, and then they picked him up.
Yeah, it was the Sabres. He was on the Sabres from that.
Yeah, he was like sucking on the Sabres, and I'm like, all right, that's a great.
All right, whatever. Wait, agree to disagree there. He wasn't sucking on the Sabres.
Well, you're in the AHL.
I mean, I knew Tampa was deep. That's why I picked them, but I didn't realize that they were this deep, man. I was like, yeah, they lost some guys in the offseason. Maybe they're not the same Tampa Bay team. Boy, was I wrong. But you'd have to be a complete moron to say Panthers in 5 in this series.
Yeah, we're not going to name any names, but someone that has a big name in hockey might have said Panthers in 5.
Might be the worst take of all time. That's a tough one.
Yeah, you should fade that guy. Whatever he says or one of his co-partners says, you should fade.
I mean, Dude, that's just a brutal take. And then what's your boys' thoughts on the Panthers supposedly hitting the strip club before Game 4?
Yeah, they're just waving the white flag. Dude, there's a lot of people being like Panthers in 7 at that. I'm like, dude, they're up all night with titties in their face, drinking tequila shots probably all night. Yeah, that's why they didn't score any goals in the 4th game. They couldn't score.
They played Joe Dorn in Game 4.
Jumbo.
I mean, the boys needed a confidence boost. Maybe they had, maybe they didn't get laid in a while. And needed to bring the boys out, get some titties on them, And
Honestly, I didn't hate the move. I'm like, all right, you're down 3-0. Like, what's the worst that happens?
Change of pace.
What's the worst thing that happens? You lose Game 4. It's like, no shit. You're
the coach probably was with them.
Yeah, right.
Coach Burnett was probably there with them.
Probably need to rinse a couple strippers, get their mind right, and.
Paying for play over there in Florida.
Hey, no, they got the company card over there. That's what they're doing.
Kodak Black was in there with them too.
He brought the strippers.
I heard something wicked funny. I saw something. It's like, where was Kodak Black when the Panthers needed him most? And I was,
in my head.
That was the most wildest video I've ever seen. He was just getting grinded on.
Yo, they said he was fucking, dude, like in the box.
That was
I saw the video and they were like, yo, he was having sex. And I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was giving it a dagger, absolute dagger.
Dude,
he gave Bobo one of his chains from.
I saw that. Yeah, post game. Yeah. Yeah, right. That's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, the Panthers knew they were all done. They're like, yeah, might as well hit the strippy before we gotta go back to the wife and kids. I don't hate the move. Everyone's like, oh, like what's that? Like that's like unprofessional.
It was the bank.
Whatever. You would have done the same shit if you're on that team. And don't lie, like you'd have been there with the boys. Like it. The only guy who was probably at home was Jumbo. Guy's like 45. He's past his bedtime. No,
or it was Jumbo's retirement party.
Yeah, Jumbo's going out party.
Senior discounts.
Oh man, yeah, Panthers, they were all done.
Yeah,
but honestly though, how shitty must it feel to be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan right now? Because Toronto had Tampa on the ropes.
Yeah, 7.
Up 3-2, and that could have been them. They could have went out and swept the Panthers this round. Could have been you, Leafs fans, but
you guys
choked again. Must suck to be a Leafs fan, I'll tell you that.
You guys should just hang them up. Just destroy the logo.
No clutch gene in Toronto anywhere. No clutch gene.
Can't finish.
All Swedish, no finish.
They're over there feeling their nuts. They're like, are they still there?
1, 2, 3, we're good.
Always love ragging on the Leafs fans. All right, why don't we move into another series? St. Louis versus Colorado. Currently, Colorado is up 3-1 in the series. They split the first 2 games in Colorado. Then the Avs took both games on the road in St. Louis. Game 2, the Blues really took it to the Avs. They took it to them big time. They came to play, and it looked like the Blues were going to make this a series. But I think it's fair to say that there was a play that really changed the outcome in this series. And that play I'm talking about is when Blues goalie Jordan Binnington went down with an unfortunate injury. So for those of you who didn't see the play, there was a loose puck in front of the net. Avs forward Nazem Kadri, he went in hard to the net, kind of collided with another Blues player, crashed into the goalie Jordan Binnington. No penalty on the play, but Binner was pretty shaken up, ended up having to leave the game. It was then reported that Binnington had a knee injury and he would be done for the series. It was really unfortunate because Binnington was looking as sharp as ever. What was your boys' thoughts on the play? You think it was dirty, clean, like just unfortunate? What do you think?
People that grew up playing the sport of hockey knows that was not intentional. He went in, like, you're told to crash the net, go harder than that until the whistle blows. And he went in there trying to get to the puck, and he ended up getting tangled up with the defenseman Rosen. And it was unfortunate. Like, no one wants to see that type of injury. Obviously, Benner was looking like playoff Benner. But at the end of the day, it's a bang-bang play. He went hard to the net. And, like, I can see why the Blues are, like, doing what they're doing. But, like, I think the whole David Perron thing of him just going after, like, Kadri and trying to hurt him is, like, complete horseshit. I think he should be reprimanded for that.
He got a $5,000 fine.
Yeah, but you should be more than that. They need to redo that, but that's another thing. But also I want to touch on, what are people doing on social media? Like, what's up with this racial shit towards Kadri? That's fucking embarrassing, like Coco just said. Like, yeah, he hurt someone, but it was intentional. It's hockey. It's a fucking contact sport. Shit happens. Guys should not. I've read them, dude. Have you read the tweets?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Oh my god, dude!
It's
It made my
despicable.
skin crawl. People that do that, I hope like the people that got exposed. I hope you lost your job, and I hope you got reprimanded because that is bullshit. But I think that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated the whole thing. I'm rooting for the Blues, and it's such a series-changing moment with the Benny. Like, and I was a little optimistic about Husso coming in. Like, maybe he has the same killer instinct. He doesn't. He's letting in too many softies. I mean, the Blues kind of lost their juice when they lost Bennington, but yeah, Kadri, it's a bang play. I'm not happy about it, but I just know Kadri has kind of a history, but it is what it is.
He does have a history, but like the thing is, it's just a bang play.
I just don't like Kadri ever since like we used to play him against the Leafs and all that. So I just never really liked the guy, but it is what it is. It is a bang. He lost his footing. Like people say he got pushed, which I'm like, no, he didn't. But
he got tangled up.
Yeah, he was going in and like they collided and it was a loose puck and unfortunate. I have the Blues going the cup, so that's why I'm pissed off about it.
I mean, Kadri, he's a known scumbag on the ice. I mean, his past actions, his history, take a look at it. He's done some questionable things. I think he knew exactly what he was doing. Not saying it was intentional, but he knew in the back of his head, like, all right, I'm going to go hard into the net here. Other guys probably would have, pulled up a little bit, maybe not gone for that puck. Not saying it was intentional. But what transpired after is just, completely out of line. Like Bob was saying, with the racist comments, death threats towards Kadri and his family. Whether the whole thing was intentional or not from Kadri, there's absolutely no reason for any comments made like that. Especially, towards his family. And it's not just the people of St. Louis and their fan base. Any other fan base would have done the same shit. But really what it just comes down to is that people are just such losers nowadays, dude. It's like ever since social media came around, you get this wave of keyboard warriors, right? Who just they sit behind a computer screen and think they can say whatever they want without having any consequences. It's really just sickening, honestly. There's no place for it in sports, and there's no place for it anywhere, really. This world is just honestly fucked, is what it comes down to. I could get into the whole Texas school shooting and all that, what just happened, but I'm not. People are just fucked. At the end of the day, this is a game. You can't attack someone and their family because of the outcome in the game. I know it's high stakes in the playoffs. There's a lot on the line, but come on, dude. Like people just need a reality check. I mean, that's a person. It's a human being, and the shit you say, it's permanent and it doesn't go away.
Yeah, and like the shine a good light on here. Like Kadri's been ripping it up ever since. So whatever you said to him, you probably shouldn't have said it to him. The guy's fucking absolutely burying you Blues. So if anything, the Blues deserve to lose this series after the way like the whole fan base and everything, like how David Perron even responded. Yeah, and Bennington just acting like a whole like complete bitch too.
He's such a head case.
Yeah, so like,
honestly, that's the only thing I respected, that he threw the water ball at him, because it's like whatever. Dude.
Yeah, but
it's a classic water ball.
No, but the thing is, at the end of the day, like you got to be classy, dude. Like if anything, the Blues do not deserve to win this series. So leave it at that.
It honestly made me so happy that Kadri went out there and scored a hat trick that next game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I called it. My girlfriend and I were on the couch before the game. They were talking about, the whole Kadri thing and all the comments made towards him. And I was like, watch, he's going to go out and he's going to score a hat trick tonight. Like, honestly, jokingly said it. But he did end up going out and he did put in a hattie.
Humble brag.
There's no better way to just give a big old fuck you to St. Louis and their fan base than by going out and scoring a hat trick the next night and giving them a 3-1 series lead. It was unreal. Who would have thought that the hockey world would be backing up Nazem Kadri and Brad Marchand in the same playoffs?
Yeah,
Two of the most biggest scumbags in the league.
You know who's like kind of having the same type of series as Van de Kane?
Yeah.
Another guy, yep.
He's kind of a scumbag. And
Kinda? He is a scumbag.
Well, I mean, hey, all right, fine. You can say that.
It's fair to say.
You can say that.
It's fair to say.
Yeah, and then they were trying to get under his skin, and then he responded like, all right, I'm going to go score a hattie, and like, that's the way you want to do it. I mean, I don't like either guy, but hey, they're playing good hockey.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts, dude. Crazy time we're living in, boys. Yeah. But anyways, is this series over? The Blues have any
Yeah.
shot of coming back?
I mean, I would love to see it, but the way Huso looks at net, it's not looking great. He doesn't look comfortable. He looks like he just got thrown to the wolves.
Yeah, I agree.
And like you said, like Perron, like he's lost it in his head. Like he's
Yeah.
one of their best. Like surprisingly, he's like one of their best players. Like when he's on, they are great.
I think it was who's their coach in St. Louis?
Berube.
Berube. He said he was like, "Oh, we're not going to target Kadri next game. We're just going to go out there and focus on winning." And what they exactly do? They
Just
went out and
attack
they
'em.
targeted Kadri. Like guy was trying to
Jumped
skate.
him.
Guy was trying to skate off the ice, and then all of a sudden he gets like blindsided by Perron, and then he scored, and Perron tried to give him a cheap shot,
Yeah,
bow
he
in the
missed
face.
him. Yeah,
Like,
Missed him,
all right, yeah, you guys are all focused on winning.
But
You're just
Ber-
worried about taking out one guy, and then he
if-
goes and scores a
yeah.
hattie on you. Like, that worked.
If you see Berube when he played, he was a scumbag when he played. He's like, you take on the personality of head coach when you play.
Yeah,
Like that's how it works. Like Berube was he played 1,000 games, but he was beating people's heads in when he's doing it.
I mean, the whole thing is unfortunate, whichever way you look at it. Binner was really on his A game this postseason.
That was the killer.
He looked like playoff Binner from 2019, that Stanley Cup run. He was back. He was back in pure form. And what I saw from him the first two games, I'm like, damn, dude, the Blues are really going to, give the Avs a test here. And like I was like, this is going to go 7. Then obviously that incident happens and whatever happened after transpired, unfortunately. But, Husso was thrown in there. Everyone thought he was going to be the guy. He actually started in net for them this postseason. It wasn't even Binnington. It was Husso. And Husso looked shaky his first few games. They thought he's going to be the guy. He just ain't it, unfortunately. Great regular season. But, postseason, he clearly didn't show up. But, yeah, unfortunate for the Blues. Well, one play kind of determined
Crazy.
the whole
I
series.
guess I heard like the year they beat us in the cup, they were banking on Husso to be that guy that year that Benny came out and won the cup, which is kind of interesting. Because imagine if they just swapped.
swapped, yeah.
Yeah, it'd-
Completely different.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Blues. After what's transpired, I think they're going to go like 40 years without a cup again. That's just me, though.
Fuck them. All right, why don't we move on to another series that hasn't been the most exciting series by any means, but it's been the tightest series that we've seen in the second round, and that is the New York Rangers and the Carolina Hurricanes. They're currently tied 2-2. Both teams were able to secure back-to-back wins on home ice. Now they're heading back to Raleigh for a pivotal Game 5 tomorrow night. What have you guys' thoughts been on this series so far?
I picked the Canes to win the Stanley Cup, and you need to win on the fucking road to even have a chance. And they're like 6-0 at home, 0-5 on the road. They're minus 13 goal differential on the road, but they're plus like 16 at home. You can't just be a home team. You gotta be a road team. They weren't really testing Shesty like last game. Like Shesty he made a couple of great saves, but they weren't really like peppering him like they should. That's how you beat Shesterkin. You keep on throwing pucks on net. He's bound to let up one, a couple. You know what I mean? And they're just like not getting pucks deep, grinding the teams down like they did against us, against the Bruins. So I'm kind of getting away from their game a little bit. I think they're trying to match the Rangers' like superstar like flashiness, and that's just not how they're built. Like Rod the Bod, Brindamore is definitely not coaching that way. Like their system is the grind down teams because they're fast, they're strong, and then they play good defensive game. And Ronta's been playing great. So if anything, the Canes just need to go back to like what they were doing, being physical. Like they need to stop matching whatever is going like they're trying to match.
Yeah, I completely agree, Bob. The Canes, for whatever reason, have completely changed their game plan.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. I mean, we saw it last series in Boston. They took care of business at home, couldn't win on the road. We've seen the same trend. Honestly, I thought the Rags were done after going down 0-2. I was like, oh, the Rags ain't built for this. They're too young. They're all done. But they've surprised me. The Rags, though, have completely changed their game plan as well. They tightened it up defensively, which we did not see at all against Pittsburgh. They were just like letting Pittsburgh just waltz into their zone untouched. All of a sudden, Shesty's back to that godlike form that we saw in the regular season. So that's a scary sight to see. The Rags top dogs, they've been getting it done. Zibanejad, Panarin, Boxy, Kreider, they're all stepping up big time. And they're getting a lot of production from those young guys like Laffy, Chital, Kako. They're calling them the kid line because they're all like 22 and younger. Yeah. So, you're getting a lot of production from everyone on the Rags.
I'm not too worried though, because the Canes are just like if it does like history does repeat itself, they're just gonna win Game 5, lose Game 6, and win Game 7. That's how their trend is. But you need to win on the road. Like, you can't just can't just keep on going to Game 7 just because you have the home ice advantage. It's just getting annoying. What do you think, Vinny?
I just don't understand like where the Canes like you said, they went away from their game plan. They were such a good forechecking team, like just dump it, get on guys, one or like just get two guys on the puck, one man high. They were fast. They were bullies. They were going in, beating you up in the corner, getting the puck out, scoring goals. And now it's like non-existent. They're just like kind of playing down to like playing Ranger style of hockey where the Rangers are just kind of like run and gun. But you got like when you see Lindgren come back in the lineup, they just changed completely.
Yeah, he was a big piece.
Like he was gone for most of the Penguins series, and then he got plugged in like Game 5, and then they won the series, and they played like they weren't letting up goals. Like he's sturdy back there, which is good for them. I don't know what Rod the Bod's doing. Like, Ranta's been playing really well. They just haven't been able to, like, it looks like they're shook when they're in the offensive zone. Like, I see them trying to keep possession of the puck, and, like, they just can't get to the middle of the ice.
What I've seen from the Canes the past few games is that they're just buying into all the bullshit. Like the after the whistle shit. They're not focusing on the game of hockey. They've gotten away from, what's made them a successful team. They're starting fights at the end of the game. They're clearly getting frustrated. Yeah. Tony DeAngelo's acting like a complete scumbag again. Just chirping.
Shocker.
Right? The guy was playing unbelievable when he keeps his mouth shut. And then now all he's worried about is just, chirping people. Even Gerard Gallant was like, shut the fuck up. But he was like, keep talking, Tony D. I love that. Gallant was fired up at the end of the game.
I love
the Canes were starting that shit.
You know who's like absolutely mixing it up and is probably like they're so scared of is Ryan Reeves.
Yeah.
Ryan Reeves was literally at the end of the game. I don't know. It wasn't the end and complete end, but it was like the 3-4 minutes left. He's literally Max Domi. Like, I think that was...
it was Domi two games in a row.
No. Domi's like skating around trying to like play, and like Reeves ain't even looking at the puck. He's just looking at Max Domi like this. He's just like... And Max Domi's like looking the complete other way, like at the puck, and he's just like, "What's up, dude? What's up?" And Max Domi's scared shitless. You know he's gonna get dummied.
They're just waiting on
it. Dude, the Canes they're trying to get tough with the wrong guys.
Yeah.
Like the Canes don't have tough guys like the Rags do. Like Rags have Revo, even Trouba's been out there taking guys' heads off.
And that was a clean hit on Domi. Domi fell. Like no matter what people say, like tough. It would have been a clean hit if he did not fall on the ground. Like that was not on Trouba.
I don't know why the Canes are trying to go after these guys that no one wants to mess with. Like Revo is one of the baddest dudes in the league. Like why are you poking the bear with him? Like that's crazy. Just idiotic. The Rags, they've done a great job. The Rags have just done a great job of getting under the Canes' skin, and you can see how frustrated Carolina has been the past few games.
Where is Snetchnikov been? He's like their best. I think they might be like other than Aho, he's like their big goal scorer too. Like I haven't seen much from him. He's got to do something. Aho kind of disappearing too.
So the thing is, like on the beginning of the series, what was it like? That was last episode. So what I said was like, it's gonna come down to special teams. This series is gonna come down to special teams. Like you said, Coco, like the Canes are literally buying into the bullshit, and they're getting into the box way too much, and then. Like the Rags, most of their goals are just power plays. Yeah. Like it's all power play goals.
Power play. Chris Kreider led the league in power play goals.
Exactly.
You can't give that guy power play time.
And the Rangers are staying out of the box, so then the Canes aren't getting as many power plays, so they're not. But their power play has suffered. They're like 9 for their last 95. And whatever. And it's like, dude, I mean, it's. Power plays don't really define teams, though, because the Bruins won 2011 and we had a god-awful power play.
Brutal.
So, I mean, I'm not worried about the power play, but, at the same time, it's like you got to stay out of the box. You got to play smart. You got to go back to Canes hockey where you play straight defense, lockdown defense, get the pucks in deep, and just grind down teams and bury your opportunities. That's why I picked them to win the cup, because they're when they play in their game plan in the system that Rod the Bod wants them to play, they're, unbeatable.
Yeah.
They're unbeatable.
It's tough to beat.
So, I don't know. And, Steady Freddie Anderson is he's
questionable.
No, he's not questionable. He's questionable, I guess.
He's available.
He's available for Game 5. So I doubt they're probably gonna put him in, but that's a good option to have if they really want to switch things up.
But like Ronta's been playing pretty well though.
Yeah, he's been real solid, I think.
Do you guys see
That's
that
real
video?
surprising.
You see the video of Zibanejad sitting next to Kreider on the bench, and then he like reaches for the iPad,
Yeah,
and then Kreider like literally looks at him like this. He's like, "What the fuck? Give me this! This is bullshit!" Throws it across like the bench. I'm like, I love that because like that shows like big time leadership. He's like, bro, we're like. He's just like, we got this. I'll tell you what you did. You know what I mean? Why isn't he the captain?
No, he's going to be captain.
Why isn't he captain
they have
right
no
now?
captain, right?
Yeah,
No, it's going to be between him and Trouba.
no, it's got to be Kreider.
Kreider.
No, but it's going to be between them too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if there's going to be like a little contest, it's between him and Trouba.
Not the way I saw it. If he's yelling at Zibanejad like that, he's the man.
The background story on that was Zibanejad was trying to look at a replay of the missed breakaway that he had, and Kreider was like, "Nah, forget that. Like, why are you looking on a play that that just happened? Let's focus on the next play. Like, bury the next one. You know what I mean? Like,
Short-term memory.
nothing you can do about it. Like, what are you gonna look at it for? Like,
Which I agree. I didn't know that. I just saw the video.
Which is great leadership, though. It's like, all right, dude, forget about it.
He was
on.
pissed,
You'll bury
too.
the next one. Banijad's been big time lately. He scored in back-to-back games. He's been stepping up. As great as the Rags have looked, though, I do not think it's panic mode for the Canes just yet.
No.
They know how dominant they are at home. There's a huge Game 5 for them at home, which they have not lost yet in their own barn. Ronta's been playing great, right? So there's there's nothing to worry about in between the pipes. Ronta's look great. They've been getting their chances. They just can't bury. Shesty, obviously, Vezina finalist, probably going to win the Vezina. Hart finalist, potentially could be MVP of the league. So, he's just playing as good as he can. And I think Rod the Bod, he's going to take control of that locker room. He has to. He has to ream them out after those 2 games in New York. Do whatever he's got to do. Skin an elk for the boys.
I don't know. He might have ran out of elks. I think he skinned too many.
Yeah, is it elk season? Yeah, I was gonna say, is it elk season or do they outlaw?
He's got one saved in the freezer. It's ready to go.
No, he's gonna let it thaw out.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't have one last game.
His off-season routine is just killing mad elks, just like killing them and putting them in his freezer, just like he needs to skin one, like just in case he needs one.
Dude, how about the Canes fans making a big deal about the Rangers doing the stick salute at the end?
Yeah, I don't know.
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
So.
Teams do that in Pee-wees.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do you think you made that up?
It's like the Canes have the most outrageous post-game celebration
storm
I've ever
surge.
seen. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, I mean, like
I was like clapping.
I'm not a fan.
I
of
love
it.
the Canes, because I think they're gonna win. I like the way they play, how their team's structured. But the storm surge is so fucking cringy.
Yeah,
I think
brutal.
it's such a small market thing to do because I feel like they think they have to do it for the fans so they come back. It's like the Bruins, they're just like, all right, get off the ice. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you don't have to sell tickets like in Boston or anything.
Well, because the thing is, we're so passionate about hockey.
Yeah, we'll be
and we're cross-eyed drunk, dude. We don't give a fuck. Like if we win, dude, we're like, woo, yeah, whatever. Let's go to Banners. Let's go to whatever.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's go to Greatest Bar. Like, oh.
That's why when I see shit like that, I just laugh. I'm like, it's ridiculous.
They also completely ripped that off from Team Iceland Soccer. They do that, but it's called the Viking clap. So they ripped that off.
Well, soccer's normal to do that. Soccer's
soccer's a bunch of sickos. Yeah. So I can see why they're doing it. And they're from Iceland. Like, what the hell's going on up there?
Soccer rips their shirt off and runs around and stuff when they score. They're nuts over there.
And then they sit on the ground, and then they lay on the ground for 10 minutes after they get touched.
Yeah, it's brutal. But no, I think the Canes are going to be fine. I think they're going to be able to get by New York in this series. I think it's going to go 7 again. They're going to win at home, lose 1 in MSG again, win Game 7. But that shit ain't going to fly next round against Tampa.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was about to say that, dude. I have the Canes. My bracket is set up to where it's Lightning, Canes in the Eastern Conference, and I have obviously the Canes winning. But if they can't win on the road, dude, they are screwed.
I really want to see a Rags Lightning. Because I want to see Shesty and Vazzy go at it. Because I don't want to question Mark in that. I want it all I want it straight up.
I think either way we'll get a good one. But I think Cane's going to win this one in 7. I think we're going to get Carolina, Tampa.
Do they have Game 7 at home?
Yeah.
Carolina?
Yeah, they have home ice. Yeah. They have home ice the whole playoffs. They have home ice against Tampa.
I guess the Rags, it doesn't phase them where they play, it seems like. Did they won in Carolina?
No.
Oh, they haven't, so it's been back and forth.
Both teams have won at home. Both teams took both games.
Yeah, Canes are 6-0 at home and 0-5 on the road.
Yeah, which there's definitely
it's so frustrating.
There's definitely never been a team that's won a Stanley Cup without winning a road.
That's like the Celtics right now. They can't win out.
Imagine if that happened though, that'd be nuts.
That'd be insane.
They go like 0-13 on the road, but they go like 15-0 on the road. I mean, on at home or whatever.
So let's get into the last series in the second round. The Battle of Alberta. But this battle's been pretty one-sided, if you ask me. Flames won game 1, 9-6. But then ever since then, it's been all Oilers ever since. Oilers won the next 3 games in the series by a combined score of 14-7. And they now have a commanding 3-1 series lead. What is going on in the Battle of Alberta right now?
2 teams, 1 Berta, baby. No, dude, fucking Markstrom, dude. Like the beginning of that game last night, I almost just went to bed. I was like, oh, guess this is gonna be one of those games. Like it was 3-0 going into the second, dude. I fell asleep. I was snoozing on my couch. But yeah, I don't know what's good. It's just mostly just like McDavid, dude. Like they don't have a game plan against McDavid. I know like McDavid, all you really gotta do is just like force him to the perimeter. Like don't give him the middle of the ice. But also it's probably hard to contain him in the perimeter because he's too fucking quick and like he's so like agile. But Daryl Sutter doesn't have an answer for McDavid because every single goal that was scored, I would say like probably 95% of the goals were a McDavid assist, or he like broke it out or something. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, it's been the McDavid show. He has 25 points in 11 games. I mean, holy shit, dude!
Is that good?
Over 2 points a game.
Is that good?
That McDavid, Draisaitl, Evander Kane line has been a nightmare for any opponent. As good as McDavid has been, Draisaitl's chipping in. He's got 22 points. And Evander Kane, yeah, he leads the entire playoffs in goals with 12 right now. And did I not say that was a great pickup for the Oilers? And if you're new to the show, go take a listen to episode 1 if you don't believe me.
That was a great segment.
Watch this guy Evander Kane, come in, really turn the season around for the Oilers.
Pretty sure we all agree on that.
Look at him.
Yeah, there's a mutual agreement. Well, Coco said it,
but I mean, the Oilers role guys, they've been stepping up too. Hyman's been playing great. Nugent Hopkins, Yamamoto, they're getting production all over the place in Edmonton.
So like it's crazy. He's such a Chico on the power play, McDavid, because I guess they moved him to the middle of the ice, like the bumper spot. So like the thing is, it's such a cheat code. You get him the puck in the middle of the ice, and no one can attack him.
Because no one wants to collapse.
Because they're scared that he's going to pass the puck. They respect his passing so much they just want him to shoot it. So you see like Hyman, you see the Hyman goal when he's
right
like
on the door.
Yeah, he's like hugging the post. Dude, there's not like any flames in his like 5 feet of him, and he like literally looks up trying to pass, and then he just rips it right at Hyman. And it's sad, like how good, like how bad, like the defense was on such a good team like Calgary, and like how scared they are of McDavid.
I mean, Oilers have looked unreal. I'll give it to them. The Flames have just been a disgrace. I mean, they completely went away from their identity as a hockey team, which is get pucks in deep, grind it out.
Just like the Canes.
Play tight defense. We haven't seen any of that this series. They completely changed their play style. Instead, we're seeing the Flames try and play run and gun in this pawn hockey bullshit against a team that does that better than anyone else in the league. I mean, that's the Oilers' game plan. They're going to play run and gun. They're going to try and beat you with speed. They're going to try and dangle around you. And I don't know why the Flames are trying to match that when they haven't done that all year. It just makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, the Flames got to park the bus. And there's too many breakdowns I've seen like in the middle of the ice. Too much open ice in the middle. They got like 2D in the corner I saw last night. And then you got the guy that's closest to the net trying to work his way to the middle. And this Oilers team so fast, you don't have time to recover like that. And like I see loose pucks in the middle where the Flames should be like chipping it out, like getting there first. And you just see an Oiler walk into the high slot, Hawaii, and put it. And then you got Markstrom. It's going off his blocker and top dog, and I'm like, dude, this team's not right. Like their goalie's not even playing good. They can't play defense in their own zone. Like half the guys, I'm like, they're out of position. They're collapsing down into the corner. Like it's bad. They're in a bad way right now, the Flames.
Yeah. So I don't know how you can't win a hockey game when the opposing goalie lets in a goal from 180 feet. Like, I don't
Fossil.
Get it. I don't get it, dude. Like, dude, the thing is, like it was a good play by Anderson. He just got it ripped down the ice. Like, you never know. He's put on net. You never know. And, dude, Mike Smith, his reaction was like, it wasn't his fault. Dude, he like had his arms up like, what the fuck? It's
That's
like, dude,
not-
like
That's not even the worst goal to let up. Like friggin' Markstrom with like
20
30
seconds
seconds in, he goes, "Oh, I'm gonna play the puck." But the thing is, he looks down the whole time. He doesn't even look to see where he's passing the friggin' puck.
this might be like the worst like goaltender.
Yeah,
Like
it's 30 seconds in.
This series is a joke.
He doesn't even know who's behind him. It looks like he could have just let the puck go right around the net, and then his D-man's right behind
He's
him.
like, here's a muffin right out front.
And
of
then
the
he
net.
looks
How are
down.
you?
He doesn't even look to see where he's passing. Off the heel of his blade, and then right to the guy in the slot, and they snipe. Like, that's if I'm the oh my God, if I'm the Calgary, I'm like, is this how we're gonna start? Like, it's a
I knew they were
backbreaker.
screwed right
It's a
from the get-go.
backbreaker, man.
I mean, Jacob Markstrom, what the fuck happened to this guy, dude? He was a Vezina finalist after the regular season. Now he looks like a men's league goalie out there. Guy can't stop a beach ball. He's completely rattled. He's in his own head right now. And if I'm the Flames, I would make the move to Vladar for Game 5.
Yeah,
I think you have to.
Yeah, you do.
The way Markstrom's been playing, you have to go to Vladar. You got to make a change, kind of try and rally the team because Markstrom's just killing you. He gives that muffin away in front of his own net 20 seconds in. And then, the Flames started to pick it up a bit. We're like getting some chances. And then at the end of the first, lets in an absolute muffin again from Evander Kane. It was like a brutal shot on net, and it just like went.
Was that the one that went off his blocker? The one I was talking about earlier?
It was like terrible.
Yeah, it was from the highest low. It was probably 20 feet up.
Yeah, you got to make the change right now. I know he's a Vezina finalist. He was great, but he's just rattled. He's in his own head. He's got the yips. It's like he's never played goaltender before. You got to go to Vladar. Markstrom's being outplayed the entire series by a senior citizen on the other end of the ice. I mean, Mike Smith.
Fair to say.
Imagine getting outplayed by a guy that's 42 years old, just had hip surgery, and let in a goal from 180 feet, and you're getting outplayed.
And remember
Crazy,
the first
dude.
game? What was it? The 9-6 game?
Yeah.
He was a pile on it.
Yeah, he got yanked on the second period.
That was like when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's
Maybe
done.
even the first period, he got yanked
Yeah, no, it
quick.
was
He got the
7
hook.
minutes in, and it
Yeah.
was 3-0 Calgary. Oh my God, I just don't. Good for Mike Smith for bouncing back. Like that takes mental, like huge. He's got a bigger head. Like more of a head on his shoulders than Markstrom does.
Yeah, dude. If the Avalanche, which I think is going to beat the Blues, they're a shoe into the Stanley Cup final because like either if the Oilers or the Calgary Flames win, obviously like either one, dude, they have the awful goaltending.
Yeah.
Dude, Nathan McKinnon will pick them apart.
McCaw.
Rantanen, dude, like oh my God, like it would be a massacre.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Smith looked great. No discredit to him. He bounced back big, like you said, Simsky after game 1. But did anyone think that Mike Smith would outduel Jacob Markstrom in the
Hell
series?
no.
There's no chance.
Hell no.
There's no chance anyone saw that coming. I don't know what happened to the Flames, but the flame has been put out. They're finished.
Yeah, last night was it. Like when I saw, like we were talking about, like the throw, like when they scored on Markstrom from like 200 feet. Oh no, on Smith from like 200 feet. Last night I was watching. I was like, oh nice. I'm like, hey, at least I can like stay up and watch a little bit of hockey. And then they can't, like Calgary can't clear the front of the net for their lives, even though they got like sturdy defensemen that should be able to body these little Oiler forwards because they don't really have anyone that's that tough up front. I mean, Hyman, he's
Kane.
Yeah, I mean, like those guys are like good, but like I feel like they got like Zadorov, who's like 6'5", like 2 something. Like you got
They got Tanev back.
Chillington.
Yeah.
He's big enough where they should be able to like hit guys or box them out at least.
Chillington's nasty.
Yeah, like they got really
How
good
old's
D.
that kid?
I have
He's
no idea.
new. I think
He's young, isn't he?
yeah, he's got. I mean, I don't know about young, but he's probably been floating around, like probably in the minors.
Dude, his edges and his hands, like everything he does is like incredible. He's like
He's
one of
97.
Oh shit, he's a year younger than us, so he's
Yeah.
like 25.
Drafted in 2015.
Oh, really?
Sweden.
Yeah, I think it was
He's
his.
Swedish.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why his name's pronounced
Stockholm,
weird.
Sweden.
That's why I thought he was Canadian.
I think that's probably why he's such a good skater. Like all the Swedish people are sick at skating.
Really, he's Swedish?
Yeah.
I look at him, I'm like, he looks. I don't know. He doesn't look Swedish, but whatever.
Well, I think that wraps it up for our playoff update. We'll see how these series pan out. We'll keep you up to date as we head into the conference finals. As we head into the weekend, though, I think it's important to remind our listeners to head over to Addie's Barbershop, located in Quincy or Stoughton, Mass. Go see our guy Linsky and other certified master barbers, who are able to do all different types of hairstyles and haircuts. They have serviced many different types of hair textures, and there's nothing that they cannot do when it comes to barbering. To avoid those long waits and lines, go book your appointment now at www.ateasebarbershop.com. Go to At Ease Barbershop today, and our guy Linsky will have you looking right and looking tight. All right, boys, before we sign off today, Bob, you want to educate everyone with your fun fact of the day?
All right, so this fact is pretty much going to be pointed out to every single one of us sitting in this room.
Oh, boy.
Wearing headphones for just an hour will increase the bacteria in your ears by 700 times.
Jesus.
Yeah, so us sitting here for an hour with these on our heads just put a bunch of bacteria in our ears. And then people that are listening to us through your headphones, I probably just freaked you the fuck out too. And I'm keeping mine on just because.
How do you clean your ears?
I don't know. No, I'm a big cotton swab guy, but like I got an ear infection from it, and my dad told me I'm an idiot for doing that. So people that do if you do Q-tips in your ears, don't do it. I've had some pretty bad experience.
Doesn't it just clog up your ears?
Oh, dude, I was doing it for like years, dude, and then
it can really fuck up your hearing.
Oh, dude, it's so bad. I was doing it for years, and then like out of nowhere, dude, I woke up, my ear was killing me, dude, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
and I felt all this like fluid in my ear, dude. It took like 2.5 weeks for it to declog, and when it came out, it was insane. So much came out, but.
Hope you're not listening to or eating breakfast right now as you're listening to this.
Oh, dude, I'm sorry, but I get carried away a little bit on here.
Yeah, because if you put if you put like one of those Q-tips in your ear, like you can like hit your eardrum and like fuck your hearing up.
Too. Oh no, I've hit my eardrum a couple times.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah,
dude, put some fucking hair in your chest. But yeah, so that's my fun fact.
Yeah, sick chair.
You never popped an eardrum before?
Yeah, dude, you think you're tougher than the sun? The fucking sun.
What do you go to Weenie Hut Juniors?
Bob's like, yo, hearing aids are tight.
Yeah, hearing's overrated, dude. Kidding me?
Yeah, who needs a hair?
Yeah, so next time we tune in, Butts will be freshly pierced on his nipples. And he's gonna be 10 times more attractive. So if any ladies listen to this, tune into our Instagram.
He's doing it for you, ladies. Low key.
He's a big Simple Plan fan.
You should start going like piercings all over the place. Bull ring on the nose, gauges. Just go all in.
I'm just gonna pick absolute bushes all next year.
Yeah, just be like the Detroit Red Wings are gonna make the playoffs on my septum.
Hey, we gotta clip that. That might happen next year. That might happen. They might.
You never know.
Hot take for next year.
All right, so don't forget to tune in to the UDL podcast where the boys at the High Slot will be covering a couple of you lucky winners' entry fees for their upcoming tournaments. All you have to do to be eligible is subscribe to the Hedge Better YouTube page, then go over to Instagram and swing a follow to Hedge Better, the High Slot podcast, and the other podcasts in the Hedge Better family, including Steel and Naz, the Scramble Pod, and the Mass Appeal podcast. 4 new winners will be announced live each week on the Ultimate Dilate podcast, which is every Tuesday at 8 p.m. So if you think you got game at Beer Die and want to play in their upcoming tournaments for free, then go subscribe to the Hedge Better YouTube page and follow the members of the Hedge Better family. So as always, we would like to thank our producer, Hedge Better Industries. They continue to revolutionize the sports betting industry. Be sure to go check them out over at www.hedgebetter.com. I think that just about wraps it up for us today. We hope you enjoyed another episode of The High Slot. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to go check us out over on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at High Slot Podcast for more daily hockey content. Thanks, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, everyone. See ya.
Thank you.
Peace.